Xiaopu is the youngest and undefeated boxing champion in history, and he is also an atheist. In this competition, the Jesus tattoo on his opponent's back stimulated Xiaopu, and he knocked out his opponent in just one round. That night, he dreamed of his father, and to his surprise, there was a Jesus statue on his father's spiritual tablet. He angrily tried to throw it away, but the statue stuck firmly to his hand and ignited flames. The intense burning sensation instantly woke him up. Xiaopu thought it was just a dream, but the wound on his hand was real and, strangely, no matter how it was treated, the hand injury never healed. Upon a friend's recommendation, Xiaopu sought the help of a shaman to dispel the evil spirit. At a glance, the shaman saw through the mystery. The solution, however, was for him to go to the church and seek the help of a priest. Xiaopu was reluctant to go, but as nightmares continued to haunt him late at night, he had to decide where to go and what to do. In front of the church, a crow locked eyes with Xiaopu. Seeing him retreat, the crow lunged at him, and a swarm of black crows descended from the sky. Xiaopu, frightened, quickly took refuge inside a car. Inside the church, a priest was performing an exorcism, sprinkling holy water on a man who appeared to be in pain. The more the man suffered, the more excited the evil spirit seemed to become. Suddenly, the evil spirit manifested itself, causing the assistant to flee in fear. With only one person remaining, the priest quickly found himself overpowered, on the verge of losing his life. At that moment, Xiaopu appeared out of nowhere and effortlessly overturned the evil spirit. As a boxing champion, he drove the evil spirit back with each punch. When Xiaopu's hand touched the face of the evil spirit, it began emitting white smoke and soon burned to ashes. After the flames subsided, the man who had been possessed miraculously emerged unharmed. Upon close inspection of the wounds on Xiaopu's hand, the priest discovered marks resembling those of Jesus nailed to the cross. Such exorcism abilities were believed to be possessed only by the most devout believers. Consequently, the priest urged Xiaopu to join the ranks of those who fight against demonic forces. A priest and Xiaopu arrived at the girl's home, placing a cross against her head. However, the evil spirit did not manifest itself, making it difficult for the two to determine whether the spirit was at play. To distinguish between reality and illusion, the priest poured holy water into the girl's mouth, and indeed, the evil spirit appeared. The priest hastily began reciting exorcism incantations, but the evil spirit was too powerful. It lifted the priest into the air. Witnessing this, Xiaopu immediately lunged at the evil spirit, but the power disparity resulted in Xiaopu being controlled by the evil spirit. The evil spirit extracted his memories and then wickedly uttered a sentence that left Xiaopu utterly devastated. A surge of hatred erupted within Xiaopu, and he tightly gripped the evil spirit's throat, attempting to kill it. Seeing this, the priest hurriedly rushed over to pull Xiaopu away, as his actions could endanger the girl's life. With the help of the priest, Xiaopu finally regained clarity. He covered the evil spirit's head with the exorcism hand, and the evil spirit emitted a piercing scream resembling the sound of a slaughtered pig, ultimately being eradicated. The nuns formed a circle for prayer. However, the children within the circle were behaving strangely, displaying an air of superiority and intentionally making grotesque faces, frightening one of the young nuns to the point of nosebleeds. Just as the nuns were uneasy, the priest finally arrived at the scene. The child immediately jumped onto a chair, adopting a menacing demeanor. The priest discreetly put on an exorcism ring, quickly rushed forward, and pressed the ring against the child's face, expecting the evil spirit to be dispelled. Suddenly, the lights in the room began to flicker wildly, and the door slammed shut as if some force had entered the room. At that moment, the child began to float in the air, proclaiming to be an army. It turned out that there was not just one evil spirit within the child. The priest swiftly took out a cross and pressed it forcefully against the child. However, the evil spirit's power was overwhelming, and the priest eventually succumbed. A nun who came forward to help was also struck down. Fortunately, Xiaopu arrived in time and managed to control the child. He recognized the exceptionally strong evil spirit within the child, clenched his fists, and squeezed out a large amount of blood, pressing it onto the child's head. The evil spirit was successfully expelled in the flames. Xiaopu followed the clues to the club. He quickly found himself surrounded by evil spirits, but fortunately, Xiaopu possessed the exorcist's hand. Anyone who touched him would instantly burst into flames. Soon, the evil spirits were eradicated by Xiaopu's abilities. Next, Xiaopu descended into the basement in search of Zhang. To confront Xiaopu, Zhang resolutely pierced his own heart, sacrificing his life to gain the power of a demon. Emerging from the altar, Zhang transformed directly into a monster. He showed no fear of Xiaopu's exorcism hand, putting Xiaopu in a dangerous situation. Zhang bit fiercely into Xiaopu's shoulder with his bloodstained jaws. In the dire moment, Xiaopu saw his father, rekindling his fighting spirit. Flames ignited in his palms, and he delivered a powerful punch to Zhang's waist. After a fierce battle, Zhang was defeated. Suddenly, countless arms erupted from the well, dragging Zhang's lifeless body into its depths.